starting now. Thank you very much. In the interest of time, allow me to ride on the protocol, our dear minister, which was observed earlier, and I go straight to my speech. It is with profound honor and humility that I welcome all of you to this conference in Kampala, Uganda. This is a very significant event, and as UIPE, we are very delighted to host for the first time. On behalf of UIP Council, I take this opportunity to thank our key stakeholders, government, the line ministry, and other partners for supporting us in having this event happen. As you are aware, the world is evolving so fast, specifically in space technology, AI, robotics, digital transformation, manufacturing, and Africa at this point cannot be left behind. With our population of about 1.55 billion, majority of whom are young people, Africa must focus on innovative solutions for addressing African problems. This focus is this year's conference. The theme for this conference is leveraging engineering innovations and technology to accelerate Africa's socioeconomic transformation. This theme was well crafted to align with the aspiration of Africa. This theme also resonates so well with the SDGs, the African Agenda 63, our Vision 2040, and the National Development Plan 4. We wish to thank sincerely His Excellency the President for the strategic focus and support towards engineering and science, whose dividends we are witnessing through various interventions, especially in infrastructure and human capital development. This conference has attracted participants from across Africa and beyond, and as a host country, we are very delighted for giving us that trust to be part of this conference. In a special way, we want to extend still our appreciation to His Excellency to the engineering fraternity for a number of support that his leadership has been able to extend to us. I must confirm that engineers, scientists, and technologists are at the forefront of the development in Uganda. I want to bring a few issues which the engineering fraternity, which I lead, have. The first one is the role of engineers in Vision 2040 and NDP 4. Uganda cannot realize the middle income status without the skills that is required and the input from engineers. Secondly, we extend our request to His Excellency through the protocol such that our flagship project of the Technology House will come to life. This has been the aspiration of the local engineers in Uganda, such that finally they can have a structure which will allow to support engineering and science. The third is about the support to SACCOs, which will support our engineers in executing projects through soft loans. This conference specifically will bring to Uganda a number of benefits. But I want to appeal to the leadership of the World Federation of Engineering Organization that you have seen our capacity and ability to host this. We can do more than what you are seeing here. So my appeal is entrust us to host the next World Congress here in Uganda. As I conclude, I want to reiterate the commitment of the engineers in Uganda in supporting the world in the development of infrastructure, capacity building, industries, and so on. Finally, Your Excellency, the engineering fraternity of Uganda is committed to being a reliable partner in your vision for socio-economic transformation. With your support, we shall not only build infrastructure, but also build capacity, build industry, and above all, we shall build hope for the generations to come. I thank you for listening to me, and I wish you, especially our foreign delegates, a memorable experience in Uganda. Prepare for the future, for God and my country. I remain Engineer Bosco Lepi, President, Uganda Institution of Professional Engineers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President of our engineering institution. You took exactly 5 minutes. I request other speakers to also take the same, not more than 5 minutes. At this juncture, I would like to invite Engineer Dr. Henry Alinaitwe, Chairman of Engineering Registration Board for Uganda. Dr. Alinaitwe, the floor is yours.
I'll also largely stand on the existing protocol, but just to recognize, of course, our ministers, Honorable Dr. Monica Musenero, our Minister for Science, Technology and Innovation, Honorable Engineer Hilary Onek, the Minister for Disaster Preparedness, and of course our Line Minister, Honorable General Katumba Wamala. Our colleagues at the international level, the President of the World Federation of Engineering Organization, and also the President of the Federation of African Engineering Organizations. As already been introduced, my name is Henry Alinaitwe, and I'm the president of I'm the chairman of the Engineers Registration Board. Sorry for that, because I also belong to the institution. So, on behalf of the Engineers Registration Board of Uganda, which is a statutory body mandated to regulate, control, and advise on the practice of engineering profession in this country, it is our immense privilege to extend a formal welcome to you all. And on this note, I would like to request my colleagues of the board to stand up so that our ministers can see you. Members of the board who are present, who are not very busy, you stand. Where is the registrar? I think they are busy, or maybe even still taking tea. Chair, I want to state that we work very closely with the Uganda Institution of Professional Engineers. And those of us who are in Uganda want us to clap for that good relationship. Let's clap for the Uganda Institution of Professional Engineers and ERB for the good collaboration. Because about 2 years ago, remember, Chair, there were issues in the relationship. But now our houses are in order and we're working very well.
No fire.
There's no fire. We seized the fire. We gather under a theme that is both a change and a challenge to leverage our innovations to accelerate Africa's socio-economic transformation. This transformation is not an abstract concept. It is measured in kilometers of roads paved, it's in megawatts of generated power, and it is in liters of clean water that is delivered to our people. Chair, the scale of the task is quantified by sobering data. According to the World Bank report 2024, while Africa's infrastructure needs are estimated to require up to 170 billion in annual investment, the current spending falls drastically short, leaving a persistent funding gap of about $100 billion. This gap is not just a number, it represents schools unbuilt, roads unpaved, water not supplied, and many other issues. However, as regulators of the profession, our focus must extend beyond the financing of physical assets to the critical development of human capital. The engineers who will design, deliver, and maintain these assets. So our core issues are fourfold, and I'll quickly highlight them with the interest of time. One is the quality and deployment of engineering capacity. It requires extensive thought. We need the quality and also the deployment of the engineering capacity. Yesterday, we talked about the numbers that we have in Uganda and in Africa in general, and compared to other areas, our numbers are still very low. Number two, there's a need to bridge the financing gap through intentional and calculated regulatory excellence. We need to make sure that we bridge the financing gap. And Chair, I want to inform members that as the ERB, we're developing our strategic plan, and soon the minister should be endorsing it so that we're able to move forward on doing much more. Number three is to champion robust certification and licensing within Uganda and for those experts from outside Uganda. We have, of course, we have the mutual recognition agreement for East Africa, but even international or engineers from other areas outside East Africa, we encourage them to come as long as they are bringing critical expertise and also to go through the formal processes. They should not just sneak in the country and start working, but they should formalize their stay in the country. And fourthly, as a continent, we must accelerate the harmonization of engineering standards and qualifications. We note that as a challenge at ERB, and so we're working closely with other institutions to make sure that we harmonize our standards and qualifications. So as the Engineers Registration Board of Uganda, we are committed to this mission. We must modernize our licensing frameworks, engage professionals as corporate customers, strengthen our enforcement against unqualified practice, and promote specialized registration in a bid to build deep technical expertise that's required for our projects that we have in the country and also in the continent. Finally, distinguished delegates and engineers, this UNESCO conference is a workshop because we are learning a lot. There are so many things that we'll have to take away with home. Let us use to forge partnerships, build regulators, industrialists, build partnerships between regulators, partnerships with the industrialists, innovators, academia, and industry, to build the engineering capacity that our continent desperately needs. Let us discuss how far, as custodians of the profession, we can build a trust that will unlock the potential in many ways. Each one of us should live here not only bursting with ideas, but with a renewed commitment to professional excellence. How can we achieve beyond what we have at the moment? It is only through qualified, ethical, innovative engineers that we can transform our infrastructure challenges into opportunities for sustainable growth. We want to wish you the best as ERB, and for those from outside Uganda, welcome to Uganda all the time. And we thank you for your attention, for God and my country.
Thank you very much, our chair of ERB. We'll now start going regional, and to set the context, with great pleasure, I invite our FEO president, Engineer Filwe Sarah Butelezi, to make her remarks. Thank you.
This is the day that the Lord has made. I would like to greet our honorable ministers, and if you humbly allow me to stand on the protocols already observed, I would really appreciate that. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I do think, as the engineering fraternity, we ought to give ourselves a round of applause for what we have achieved today. It is indeed an honor and a privilege to stand before you as the president of the Federation of African Engineering Organizations. And what a place to do it. I hope all of you can agree. We were initially worried when our venue was changed, but I think His Excellency knows best. Please pass the message to him. We have no regrets. We have been welcomed and embraced as a family by the Institute of Engineering Professionals, UIPE, and I must say, I was very proud that today I will stand here, honorable ministers, and say to everybody, Karibu na Kampala. This week is not just a conference. It is indeed a gathering of the brightest minds within the engineering profession. We are gathered here with innovators, visionaries, and I think I'm really proud, and I think you will feel the same way, that for the first time, we are gathered here with 3 honorable ministers sitting with us almost the whole day. That has never been seen before in the engineering fraternity. And we have been working hard to try and achieve this. And today we are seeing it, we are achieving it. And I believe that we are crossing this bridge that we have always been speaking about. where we talk about technocrats and politicians not understanding each other. Today we see that indeed, as technocrats, as politicians, we are all in the same boat, and we are all working towards the same vision. Technology and infrastructure is not just luxury. And whilst for us as Africans, we've always seen that we are fast followers, and in some instances, we are slow followers. It is something that we all ought to agree that it is a lifeline. And whilst on the one hand, we see it being two realities, where on one side, we have remarkable passion and young innovators that we've seen in the panel outside with brilliant minds, creative thinkers, we also understand that we have challenges of taking that technology up. We have gaps, Honorable Minister, where our engineering professionals, our innovators, come up with all the ideas, but the take-up is not there, such that some of them end up selling their solutions out of the continent and being exploited. And that is something we ought to protect. That is our intellectual property as Africans. We also have to recognize that as engineering professionals, we are playing an integral part in ensuring that Africa has to be placed in a position to be producers of what we consume and to consume what we produce, bridging the gap of this economic transformation of our continent. We cannot do that without skills and development. We cannot do that if we do not ring-fence the entire value chain of engineering, not only looking at the theoretical aspects, but taking along the skills from artisans, technologies, technicians, and then engineering, and therefore getting ourselves ready to start manufacturing across the entire value chain. As Honorable Dr. Monica Masanero reminded us, that engineering is a foundation for sustainable solutions. For us to build that sustainable solution, we have to focus not only on the certificate as engineering professionals, but on the skills. And this is why I'm proud that we have been speaking about capacity building throughout the day, so understanding the contribution that we make as we start skilling our engineering professionals. So we commit as FAIO that we will work across all borders, we will contribute towards assisting our politicians to build infrastructures that will change the lives of our society. In the interest of time, Program Director, I would like to then do a few summaries to our young professionals. So we have a few young professionals who are with us today. And we've got students that we've seen across the hall. I think it's important for you to know that Africa needs you. Keep learning, keep collaborating, daring to push boundaries. Know this, that futuristics talk about demographic being destiny. And in the next 50 years, it is said that Africa will be the only region where the population will still be growing. That is not a burden, ladies and gentlemen. It is our greatest assets. But only if we start investing in ourselves, in skills, in food, in water, and in energy. So do not wait to be given permission to lead. You already have that permission from today. To our government, please continue to support us. Please continue to support